Alright, so boom, first things first, what in the world is wrong with Baby Keem? This punk at, this gentleman decided not to participate in most of the festivities for the XXL freshman cover. He didn't do the reading mean comments, he didn't do the ABCs, and he didn't do a cipher. Like, come on, dude. Like, you showed up just to spit that little emo, depressed ass freestyle, and that was it. Like, talk about a wasted spot, man. I think he was just trying too hard to be different. Other than that though, this year in general was solid. People complain all the time about the list being irrelevant and nobody cares about it, yet every single year y'all show up to watch the freestyles and ciphers and y'all give y'all opinions on them. So if you're one of those people that be whining saying the list is irrelevant yet you tune in to watch their content, you clearly care about it more than you're willing to admit. And lastly, what's y'all beef with Justin Made? I've been addicted to saying, oh lord, Justin made another one for like the entire week the ciphers was out. And yeah, I saw a lot of people saying, yo, this beat was trash. Yo, Justin should have came with some better beats. This was low-key garbage. I didn't have any issues with the beats this year. I don't know where y'all getting that from. But anyway, guys, I don't want to waste any more time. So let's jump into the ranking and let's get into talking about Lil Key Cypher. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I reveal that he was in last place again? Of course he is. Now, unlike what happened when the freestyle trailers dropped and everybody knew Lil Key would be ass, the general consensus this time around was that, oh wow, it looks like Lil Key actually did a good job on his cipher. I can't wait to see that. It sounds fire. Every last one of y'all who said that, y'all got y'all hopes up way too high for the wrong person. Even his cipher was pretty weak. His cipher trailer wasn't even anything crazy. Literally all this man did was hop on a beat and say woo 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 woo, and y'all immediately started calling it fire. Even then, I still see people defending this man. Y'all clowned the life out of him for his freestyle and then took his side for the cipher trailer. And then when the full cipher came out, y'all switched to, well, this is Lil Key we talking about here. You expect him to rap like Jordan Lucas or Eminem? He's not that type of rapper. Man, forget all that. Look, I know this sounds mean, but if you were one of those people who clowned this dude for his freestyle, and then you heard the cipher trailer and said Lil Key cipher sounds fire, I think that just goes to show how loosely you use the word fire. This narrative has been around for several years, but it's really true. All you need is a decent flow and a decent beat and people immediately call you fire. Like, I can't believe it. This man hopped on the beat and said woo woo, woo woo. Y'all was like, oh, Lil Key about to kill it. Man, the bottom line is Lil Key was easily the worst freshman on the list this year. His freestyle and his cipher was whack. Next is Lil TJ. Okay. I don't know what it is, but y'all know how I say in the freestyle ranking that he was my favorite because of how lovely his voice sounded. Yeah, I take all that shit back. This cipher was kind of annoying to listen to. Not the entire thing, but there were certain moments where I wasn't rocking with his voice this time. I was like, nah, this don't sound good. So I don't listen to a lot of Lil TJ, but is this how his regular music is? He goes back and forth from sounding great to sounding not so great. I was low-key disappointed in TJ's cipher. Like, this nigga didn't do that good of a job to me. And he didn't say nothing whack. Like, that's the thing. It was no garbage bars or anything. Like, one of the things he talked about was how his demons are showcased by him smoking so much. So it was cool. It's just nothing to ride home about. TJ also probably has my least favorite ending of all the ciphers this year. Just tryna own the on my guys, blow your feet out, drop 40 on the guys. On the attention's on me and the guys. Fantasy, I wanna see all the guys, yeah. I wasn't messing with it. Like, TJ, you let me down big time, man. You went from having my favorite freestyle to easily one of my least favorite ciphers. 5 Foreign is next. Now, his cipher was way more enjoyable than his freestyle. Back when talking about his freestyle, I said I can admit that he's entertaining and I see why others like him, but I wasn't including myself in that group. With this verse though, I like 5 now. His ad-libs game is crazy, and that's sad that this man's ad-libs was better than Lil TJ's and Lil Key's whole cipher. Now, I have seen people giving 5 a pass for not sounding that good on this beat because he's a drill rapper. So judging him for not riding the beat that well is unfair. But hey, look, I don't know how to feel about that, because if you're a good enough rapper, you should be able to adapt to whatever beat you're given. At the same time, people who say that, I feel like y'all are asking for too much. You can't expect every rapper in the universe to be able to rap on different styles of beats, you know? People have one style that they love, and there's nothing wrong with sticking to that. Nevertheless, 5 did a cool job, like nothing to ride home about, but it did make me like him more. I'm not a huge fan of drill music like that, but 5 was someone I wouldn't mind listening to if I started to listen to that style more. He's a cool dude. Hey, unpopular opinion, y'all, super unpopular opinion. But the next person on this list is someone that I know y'all may think did a fire job, but to me, their cipher honestly wasn't all that. I seriously can imagine tons of you that's going to disagree with me on this, but I really don't know what all of y'all are seeing in this person's cipher. The person I'm talking about is Jack Harlow. Now, it actually pains me to say this, but Jack Harlow's cipher wasn't fire to me. This was a drastic drop in quality from his freestyle. He had a top 2 freestyle. Him and Polo G were the best 2 then. But listening to this, I was honestly like, hey, this wasn't really all that to me. His flow was still good, but for me, the verse didn't have anything hard hitting. It was just decent line after decent line after decent line. He could have went way harder than this. Y'all so street, nah, I ain't convinced. That's just something you came up with. I just want someone to lay up with. I call her babe, but you know I can't marry. Like, you guys know when you're listening to a verse and something sticks out to you and you're like, okay, that was a cool line. Like, okay, that bar was a little something something. That was nice. That's how I felt with damn near everything Jack said. The lines that I pointed out earlier were cool. The Birds, Canary line, the teed up like Jay Austen line, everything was just alright. So yeah, it sucks to say that Harlow did only a decent job if you ask me. I just think from freestyle performance to cypher performance, he went from fire to just alright. I've already seen so many people have Harlow in their top 3 and even as the best, and I'm honestly not seeing it. I can't put him that high. It wasn't as good as y'all making it seem. At number 7, we have NLE Choppa. I'm not going to lie, I thought NLE would be more insightful with his cypher. From the trailer, when I heard the line, I just be putting my heart in all of my songs and make sure y'all niggas feel it. I thought he was going to come with something more deep and personal, but really the verse ended up being about not messing with rats, dodging and running from 12, killing somebody, beating a case. Like Choppa's cypher, I liked it more because of his flow. Like his typical flow is still entertaining to listen to. It can get you moving, it can get you vibing along to it. So in terms of flow and rhythm, yeah, this was really nice. But there was nothing about it that made me think like, yo, like Choppa went crazy on this cypher. And also, dude, like it's 2020 and this man really said eyes real low and I look like an Asian. Easily one of the most overused bars in rap. I don't even know why people still say this like it's nice. And also, didn't he miss one of his lines? Right before he said, I'm sipping on rock. I swear he went, I was like, what the fuck? So Choppa, I got at number 7. He could have did better than this. There's somebody from this year's cover that I know y'all was expecting to see low on this list. And as the video kept going, I know some of y'all thought, like, I can't believe he ain't talked about this person yet. Like, don't worry. I'm talking about him right now. Number 6 is Polo G. Now, y'all got me completely fucked up if y'all think I would put Polo G this low. I put Jack Harlow really low on the list, but that's because his cypher really wasn't that great. But I wouldn't cap this much. Really, the next person is Cowboy. Cowboy is the main person that everyone thought was going to be trash because of the trailer. I got problems with my demon shorty. I've been feeling bitter. Like, dude was so far away from the beat, it was ridiculous. But XXL really just did him dirty with that trailer. I thought he would suck, but he actually ended up having a nice cypher. I ain't been getting no sleep because niggas, I'm trapping a lot. No, I'm not talking about Polo, but niggas be capping a lot. I like the way he came in. Him talking about how he got people that he knew that he may not ever see again until the afterlife. And truthfully, he had some basic stuff about shooting people, coming up from trapping. But that just goes to show how mediocre the people lower than him on this list are. If he just had a basic street cypher and he's still halfway up the list. From his freestyle, I didn't care much about Cowboy. Like, people stay calling him underrated, saying he slept on. And I'm like, I don't see it. But hey, after watching this cypher though, I must say, I still don't see it. I have him in the middle of the pack because he still didn't do nothing crazy. I'm just not seeing why people are calling him underrated. I don't see what makes him unique or different from a lot of other rappers. Maybe I'm not listening to the right stuff. You people that be calling him underrated, give me some songs to listen to because right now I'm not hearing what makes Cowboy so special. At number 5, we have Rod Wave. I know this has nothing to do with his rapping and his performance, but I cannot get over the way this man Rod Wave is shaped. This dude, like this nigga looks like a grenade with hair. But back on track, like I got what I expected from Rod Wave. Like once again, talking about how he had to grind for stuff and how he got it out the mud. It's never bad hearing this stuff from Rod. It's more like when I hear him rapping about this topic, it's like, is this what I'm gonna have to hear from this dude every time he raps? And guys, listen, Rod Wave is a dog. Like he's a dope rapper. But in regards to his regular music, I don't know if I care to hear him talking about the same stuff all the time. I really like the part of the instrumental when he changed to a more melodic flow. The whole brand new coupe go too fast, new back end run through that. That part sounded really nice. That's what most of the praise I'm giving Rod Wave is. He just sounded really good. You can tell Rod Wave is honestly rapping from pain and real experiences. You can always feel that in his music. And it's really sweet seeing that he's coming up now. Just hearing him say stuff such as, I remember nigga, autumn cold, December's nigga, I can't believe that I'm finally winning nigga. It makes you feel really proud of him that he's living his dream. So, man, I'm gonna try to get into his regular music since I enjoyed his cypher and freestyle. Like, I'll see what I can do. In 4th place is 24K Golden. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I did not like his voice when he first started talking. Hey, out of control, I'm doing shows in quarantine over the FaceTime. I was like, ugh, like what is this nigga about to say? I don't know if I want to hear this. But really, right after that, I started to rock with it. The dropped out of college, but I'm still a freshman line was hard, considering dropped out of college is the name of his first EP. I also like the niggas is talking a lot, but don't really talk when they flop. Rappers really don't be having a lot to say when they rappers not up there. But when talking about himself, 24K Golden thinks he's doing really well, saying how popular his songs have been on TikTok, how he's already got a plaque, and how he plans on making waves in the rap game and become even bigger. I like it. And I also love how 24K had a little Uzi Vert moment in his verse. Back then when Uzi was like 21, Lil Boat, yeah, this'll carry you cut your throat, yeah, Kodak do the most, yeah. 24K shouted out everyone in his cipher too. I see Fabio in the cut, I see Kyle getting wild. And the part with Mulatto was funny because he didn't want to call her a bitch. And so he said, put a crown on that head, hey. This cipher 100% had the most chemistry. And 24K Golden was one of the reasons for that. Lyrically, he was nice and he brought a great vibe to the group for sure. Bringing in the top 3, we have Chica. One thing I want to quickly say about Chica and this whole dog situation. This girl was holding a dog in her arms on the magazine cover and y'all didn't say a single word. But for the cipher, everybody switched to like, why is this girl holding a dog? Who let her bring a dog in here? I'm just going to assume a lot of y'all didn't pay attention to the cover because that dog has been there the whole time. Anyway, Chica for sure showed out in this cipher. Similar to what I said to Rod Wave about one of the reasons I like his is because of how good he sounded, that definitely applies to Chica as well. She rolled the beat really well, her voice sounded really nice, and most definitely her flow. Girl switched her flow a few times, and she was able to make each flow sound clean over the beat. I'm giving Chica a lot of points for her confidence too. Lines such as, I never envisioned a life when I wasn't a boss. Saying how nowadays she don't even care about the price tag on things, she just buys whatever she wants. How she's about to take the lead with running in the rap game. For someone who's not known by many at all, like she talks a big game and I really like it. One of the reasons I like the line, got an itty bitty bark but a pit bite, she's acknowledging that she's not that well known and that the stuff she's saying may sound like it's coming from someone that's not that big of a threat. But when her time comes, she's going to show people that she's not to be messed with. There were some other things in her verse that I don't think was really like noteworthy. I'll say like 40% of her verse was filled with just like some whatever lines. But she did say enough dope stuff to where I would say she did a great job. Lastly, about Chica, really quick, in y'all honest opinion, what is it about her that separates her from the other random female artists that XXL have put on the cover in recent years? I say random that way because starting in 2017, people started saying that XXL always chooses one random female rapper to be on the list that ain't nobody asked for. 2019 was different because all 3 of those women deserved to be on it. But people hated Kamaya being on the list in 2017. People hated Stefflon Don being on the list in 2018. But with Chica, she's been getting tons of praise after her freestyle and cipher. The complaints about her not being well known have pretty much died down. I guess that just shows how good of a job she did then, since she got so many people to like her. Our runner-up is Mulatto, and yes, you got that right. You read that right. I have Mulatto as the second best cipher. This is not a troll. I am not joking. I seriously think Mulatto did better than Chica, Jack Harlow, Frag, NOE Chopper, all of them. Mulatto went off in her verse. This group cipher in general was the most enjoyable one. They all had the best vibe and chemistry, and Mulatto did a great job starting that off. And Fabio's ad-libs, like I mentioned, man, he made it even more lit. First thing to point out is her mentioning her coming up from the TV show The Rap Game. I had people telling me that Mulatto used to rap crazy good on that show because I asked for some recommendations to check out more of her music. But I never watched The Rap Game. Like, I knew about the show, but all I got from it was that Jermaine Dupri likes to hang out with children. Other than that, though, this girl did a complete 180 from her freestyle. After hearing that, I didn't care about her rapping at all. But this, oh my gosh, like, I fuck with Big Lotto heavy. I like her way more now. And she had a whole stretch during her verse that was nothing but pure heat. And you already know which one of the lines I'm about to bring up. I don't gotta rap about sex, but this shit way too good not to brag on. I ain't even fucked a rap nigga yet, but if 5 of y'all want to, then I ain't gonna pass on him. Yeah, bitch, I get my Mac on. He ain't tricking, I skip him like bad songs. I just dropped 100 on jewelry during the pandemic. Yeah, my money that long. Even the line right after all that when she said, I donated too, so don't mock me. Like, nigga, like this girl whole persona is crazy dope. Yeah, I may have spent 100K on jewelry, but I still donate money to charities and such, so you can't talk junk about me. I spend my money on good things too. And that part with Fabio was a hilarious highlight. I do think it's kind of weird though that Fabio is like 9 years older than Mulatto. Like, he's 30 and she's 21. So yeah, they both grown so they can do what they want. But it's like, Fabio, when you were an actual freshman in high school, this girl was in kindergarten. So I'm just surprised out of all the people there, she chose the oldest nigga in the room. So it was a fire line, but it was just still kind of strange to me. I got way more love for Mulatto now after watching this. I was just watching this cipher last year, and look at me now, only God can stop me. Like, ooh, this girl definitely ran this cipher's pockets. And for the #1 spot for the best cipher, I gotta give it to Polo G, man. This dude didn't play any games on XXL this year. It's safe to say that he had the best freestyle and cipher. I think Jack Harlow had the best freestyle, but they're definitely interchangeable. If you think Polo was #1, I ain't mad at you at all. Now, truthfully, I did roll my eyes tough as hell when I saw that he turned the beat off for his verse. They seriously letting people do this every year. And what bothered me with Polo doing it was that I really wanted to hear him on a beat. Like, I would have loved Polo G to flow over this beat for his cipher. I'm sure he would have killed it. But seeing that he turned it off, I just went, ugh. Like, niggas always want to be difficult. But this is the first time ever that someone cut the beat for that cipher, and they still ended up having the best one. His lyrics alone were better than half of these people's entire performance. Easily my favorite lines were, "I'm that nigga in my city and yours. I'm so quick to put them in their place like a landlord." And definitely the kick in his door and put that salt in his mouth. "I have my killers come paint the walls in his house. Deactivate his soul, Hollow's locking him out. Lost his mind, seen that blood from his dog spilling out." Like, ooh, man, that shit gave me chills, man. Everything this dude said hit hard. And unlike NOE Choppa and Choppa's cipher, the corona reference here was actually nice. "Damn, a new disease drop causing mass hysteria is always some bullshit. Welcome to America." That wasn't cringy, and it was definitely a good way to end off the cipher. When I initially saw that Polo G even made the freshman cover this year, I didn't think he needed it, and I still believe that he didn't need to be on the list at all. But hey, it brung in the views and money, so y'all know how XXL is. But Polo G didn't come to play around. Easily the best overall performance by an XXL freshman this year.